John Allen, the Vatican very clearly denying any kind of reports or rumors that the Pope is not in perfect, health, saying that he just typically wants maybe a little time off, a little vacation in July. What do you make of this?
Well, Brooke, there's an old saying in the Vatican that the Pope is never sick until he's dead. They always want to minimize any concern about the Pope's well-being. I think it should be said that we don't want to over-dramatize what's said is that he's canceling his public appearances in July, which is the exact same thing that he did last year, because, of course, Francis is not taking the Pope's normal summer vacation in August in Castel Gandolfo in the hills outside of Rome. Once again, he's going to stay on the job part of the month in the Vatican, and part of the month a grueling week-long trip to South Korea, the program for which the Vatican just released today. So I don't think there's any suggestion of any specific illness here, Brooke, but I do think it is quite clear the Pope is simply a little bit exhausted because he's been keeping up a schedule that would run any of us into the ground, let alone a 77-year-old man. And I think, quite frankly, Brooke, he just needs some downtime.
Can you say you blame him? I mean, you've been chasing him around, it sounds like, around the world, John Allen. You were on that plane leaving the Middle East. I mean, now there are these reports, though, and I would hate for anyone to be watching any of us so closely, but the Daily Beast is reporting some weight gain, that they're saying he's gained as many as 20 pounds since taking office. We know that he only has part of a lung. Maybe this is a sign that the Pope could be slipping into some form of chronic heart failure. Are you hearing any worry in that vein?
No, what I'm hearing, Brooke, is worry that this is a Pope who has a tendency to significantly overextend himself. I mean, consider, for example, that in Rome on Sundays, generally speaking, there are only two things you do. You go to Mass and then you go out to eat. Yet the last three Sundays, we have seen Pope Francis go out to Rome's Olympic Stadium to spend 3 hours with 52,000 charismatic Catholics. We've seen him conduct an unprecedented peace summit, bringing together the Israeli and Palestinian presidents. And we've seen him head down to the Rome neighborhood of Trastevere to spend, again, several hours with an ecstatic crowd from one of the most important new movements in the Catholic Church, an outfit called Sant'Egidio. I mean, and this is not normal papal activity, but this is instead Francis trying to take maximum advantage of the time that he's got. I think the circle around him isn't worried that it's sick. I think the circle around him is worried that he's doing too much, and they're scrambling to figure out how to get him to slow down.